So if you come back to like my sort of rough guide of, can I sell it for 4 times what I buy it for? You mentioned 5 times. And I think it depends on the cost base of the products, the volume, the category, the price, etc. So if we look at the products, typically you want to be targeting a 25 to 30% profit margin in this business to make it worth it. Because if I reverse that back, if you think about PPC, people get really scared of PPC and they think they look at it as a cost. They're scared of it. They don't really know what it is. I want to flip that thinking. Think of PPC as an investment in visibility. And depending on where your strategy sits and depending where you are, whether you're in launch, maintenance, or growth of that product, because every product has a life cycle, determines how much you invest. Now, during launch, you can expect to contribute in the region of 30% of a sale towards that PPC budget. And this is what people call true ACOS or TACOs, or the professional word for it is advertising contribution. So typically you're going to be contributing around 30%. Once you're launched, visible, making sales, a good target is a 10% advertising contribution. So if I've got 30% profit in a product before advertising, and I'm giving 10% to advertising, which is a metric you should be tracking in your advertising, how much overall are you contributing, then that only leaves me 20% profit in that product. And now you've then got to determine, is that okay, depending on the volume you're selling? So for lower volume, higher profit products, you'll get more than 20%. If you start going below 20%, you need to be looking at higher volume products so that you're making less profit, but you're selling more of them. So if we think about what the fees tend to add up to, most categories are 15% commission. So for selling FBA, this is FBA specifically, for selling FBA, Amazon's charging you 15% for selling on their platform, yeah? You've then got the FBA pick and pack fee, so storing, shipping, all the postage, and that is heavily determined by the size and weight of the product, as you mentioned. If you're going down this route, because you talked about gift baskets and stuff, and you want to do FBA, then you need to be looking at products that are smaller and lighter. And if you search FBA size tiers in Google, there's very specific sizes. And you don't want to be going into the oversized categories because it just takes all the profit out. In addition to that, then you've got your cost of your products, which is the cost and the shipping, and you've got your advertising. So if you go to the FBA calculator, and I'm sure SellerApp has something for like this as well, if you for calculating profit, and figure out.
Yep, we have a free profit calculator. Go check it out.
There you go. The SellerApp free profit calculator. So I'm guessing you can enter your FOB price of what you're paying the factory for that product. You can enter your shipping per unit. You can select the category and figure out what Amazon fees are going to be. Now, if you're doing FBM, it's going to be different to FBA. And then you need to understand, well, once I'm launched, I'm probably going to be contributing at least 10% to advertising, if not 15, 20%, depending on the market. And then you need to understand, well, once all those costs have gone, what's left for me? And this is really important because I work with thousands of sellers, and I know so many people who just don't know their numbers. And this is why you need to track the numbers daily as well and have a tool like SellerApp that helps you do that. Because if you don't, you can be busy being busy. You think think you're running a business. You think you're running a profitable business, but really you're just cycling money and there's nothing left at the end of it for you. And that's the whole reason we do this, right? Is to make profit at the end of it. So 30% is a typical sort of profit margin before advertising for FBA. You can go a bit higher for FBM if you can get your costs down on the shipping and storage. And then just remember that you're going to be contributing towards advertising. Typically 10% is like well optimized, normally sort of 15, 20%.
Hey, it's Riya Mittal here. Before you leave, make sure to subscribe to SellerApp's main YouTube channel where we upload all things Amazon and some how-to guides that will make sure that you're running on Amazon. You will not get this anywhere else. Until the next time, happy selling.